All right, welcome everybody to How To Tuesday. We do this usually on Tuesdays at noon Eastern time. If this is your very first time to a How To Tuesday, just drop me a 1 here in the chat. I'm just going to take a look and see what we have. Okay, Tony is not your very first time to How To Tuesday. This is not Blakester's very first time to How To Tuesday either. Oh man, people were just so excited. I said like drop a 1 and they're like, all right. Let's not even, it's fine. It's great. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about How To Tuesday and how it works and things like that for all of our new people here today, okay? So How To Tuesday, How To Tuesdays are usually on Tuesday. Sometimes they're on Tuesday, Wednesday. You can always check our calendar. I'll drop a link to our calendar here in the chat in just a second. But How To Tuesday is all about you. Okay, so what I do is I do kind of a short demo of Nowsite. And then what you have is the opportunity to just raise your hand and ask any question. Well, I should say how to question. Okay, that you have. We keep it really light. We try to be really polite to everybody, right, Harley? We're respectful of everybody's time. Harley knows this because Harley's great at it.
Thank you.
Yeah. We raise our hands, we kind of get in line and we ask questions, okay? And you can ask whatever you want. And I promise to do my absolute best in answering those questions, okay? Cool, all right. Just in case you're wondering where the schedule is of all of the events that we have here at Nowsite, I'm going to put this link here in the chat. It's now.site/getting-started. And that holds our calendar of events. In that calendar of events, you can see our Now AI beta launch with founder and CEO Justin Belababa. That's happening on Thursday, which is like the big event, or I should say like the main event of the week, but there's lots of training and lots of things that you can come to all week. And below the calendar is kind of like quick start videos that you can find, like little short videos to help you kind of go through and answer some of the questions that you might have in getting started with us here at Nowsite. Okay? Everybody cool? So far, so good. Harley's got a question already. I'm just gonna say, Harley, before you ask the question, I'm gonna kind of do a quick tour and then ask the questions. But is it something before the quick tour?
No, go do the quick tour. That's cool.
Okay, so we're gonna do a quick tour. I like to keep the mics open, right? We just kind of let it go. I will mute everybody out just, for the quick tour, but then of course you're more than welcome to come on out and ask your questions. All right, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen really quick. And this is inside of my actual Nowsite account that I use. It's like a demo account, I call it, and gives you the opportunity to kind of see everything here. But if you noticed, this has had kind of a change, right? This side nav and bar has had a change, and really, you can kind of see that prep that's happening for Now AI and the navigation change, but also left more room at the top, right? So if I go to, let's say, the website section, right? Previously you had like kind of all those tabs at the top there. You no longer have that, all right? So I'm just have to make sure we mute everybody out for the sound. Well, what I want to do today is what most people do when they get into Nowsite. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a business profile. We're going to create a website together. We're going to create an entire 3-day email campaign together. And somebody here is going to keep time. And we're going to have lots of fun while doing it and have lots of participation. So you're going to see how quickly I can go through all of those things and have you understand all of those things. And by the end of this, we're all going to raise our hands and go, I am an amazing marketing expert. I'm an amazing website builder. I can build email campaigns. Look at me. I'm awesome. So that's my goal, that by the time you start this, you might be like, oh, she don't even know. No, I'm not. To at the end of this, you're like, oh my, look at me. I can do it. I'm amazing. Okay. So step one, if you want to write it down here in the chat, or if you're taking notes, is I run on over to my AI section, this little button here, and I go and I whoosh to my business profile section. Now you can see here that I have a ton of business profiles. That means that you can have more than one business, of course, right? That means that you can do multiple businesses. You can go to town. You can do it for every single product that you have. And when you want to add a new business profile, what you're going to do is you're going to click to add new, and you're going to give your business a name. So just for fun, so that you can see here, I'm going to name my business Cup of Cocoa. It's rad, it's original, it's awesome, okay? But of course, you would put in your business name. Now you're going to describe your main product. And here, what I would say is, you can do as much or as little as you're comfortable with. So if you're like, oh man, I'm just having a brain, like, I can't get it going, can't think of anything, then just add one sentence, okay? Be really comfortable and really confident in what you share. I'm just going to say, we have the best hot chocolate on the East Coast. I just have East Coast. Well, I'll just say we have the best hot chocolate in South Jersey. What I want to show you here is I can go into different, I don't even know what kind of different hot chocolates they are. I don't actually have a cup of cocoa. It's just supposed to be funny. But I'm just going to leave it at that. One sentence. And I want you to know, like, look, I'm not doing anything special that you can't do. If I do, yeah, what? I can't do that. You can definitely write, we have the best hot chocolate in South Jersey. So here I'm going to let the AI do the work for me and let it do as much work as possible. So right now it's creating a business profile, and that business profile, well, it creates a great description of my business. We remember I started out with my business name, Cup of Cocoa, and my main product description as we have the best hot chocolate in South Jersey. Here, what the AI has done is it's created me an amazing business description. So it says, Cup of Cocoa, the premier provider of hot chocolate in South Jersey, delivers an unrivaled experience of warmth and indulgence for cocoa enthusiasts. Driven by an unyielding dedication to quality, we procure only the finest ingredients from selected producers worldwide, creating a hot chocolate that is palate-pleasing, comforting, and invigorating, lavishly layered with rich flavors and topped with lavish sprinkle of genuine artisanal decadence. Our hot chocolate has been tantalizing taste buds across the region. Woo! Now you can put in here in the chat, who did a better job at the description? Me? We have the best hot chocolate in South Jersey. Or the AI? Go ahead, you could actually put it in the chat. We all know you won't insult me. I know it's the AI, right? It's okay. It will also give me keywords, and I'll also have brand fonts and brand colors, which obviously this goes with hot chocolate, right? So once I have my business profile, can I edit it? Sure thing, you can come in here and text and type and save as much as you want. You can use these little AI buttons to edit it if you'd like. But I usually go, wow, that's amazing. I'm good with it. I'm going to leave it at that. So the next step that I do is I want to create a website. Okay. And in order to do that, I'm going to go right on over to the marketing section with the bullhorn and click on websites. Okay. And here I have my AI website generator. I'm going to click to add new, and I'm going to select the business profile called Cup of Cocoa. going to name my website, look out, Cup of Cocoa. I was going to say, I probably have one named Cup of Cocoa because, well, obviously, I probably have a ton. There we go, hot chocolate demo. Now I can choose a tone, and that tone can be friendly, professional, persuasive, even humorous or excited. I'll just get it. You guys can choose more than one if you'd like. I'm going to choose friendly and funny just for this one. And I'm going to name it Cup of Cocoa Demo Chocolate because I have so many Cup of Cocos. I'm going to leave it as the website, and I'm going to click to build my AI website. This is usually the part where I go, oh my, look at me. I'm a website builder. I'm doing all of the things. I'm exhausted. I've been building websites all day. If anyone messages you during this time, feel free to be like, I'm sorry, I'm building websites right now. Cannot talk. Whew. All right. Look at that. We have our Cup of Cocoa website here, and it says, indulge your senses, delight your palate with premier hot chocolate. Now, this is kind of the inside look, right? But all I really need to do is click on save and exit. Okay, so when I click on save and exit here, my website will just come up, and oh, hold on. Did I stop sharing when I clicked on save and exit? Whatever. All right. Here you go. Here's my website, right? And you kind of get the full view. So Cup of Cocoa, indulge your senses, delight your palate with premier hot chocolate. Here's a bit about Cup of Cocoa. You can see some great images. Of course, we have this amazing background colors that have been put into action, and some services. Cocoa concoction mastery and gourmet treats and gifts galore. It'll have a bit of a funny tone. Fancy a nibble? Dive into our treasure trove of gourmet goodies, from bite-sized bliss to fantastic edible keepsakes. Every morsel mirrors our chocolate love affair. I asked, right, for that kind of tone. And a meet the team, okay? So we have a great website. And from this great website, what I want to do is I can create an email, right? Or an email campaign, okay? So I'm going to go back into my website builder, and I'm going to go into the email section, right? So here, and click on email. All right, so we did our step one, we're doing our step two, we got an amazing website. Now we're going to build an email, okay? So I'm going to click to add new. I'm going to select my business profile as Cup of Cocoa, and here my campaign objective, I'm going to say 10% off for new customers. I don't know, okay? You can choose any campaign objective that you'd like, and my campaign name is going to be Cup of Cocoa. I try to line them all up and give them all the same name, because I will lose which one is which. I'm just being, right? So my business profile has the same name as my website, has the same name as my email. Here's my email account. And I'm going to build my AI email campaign. So it does all the work for me. I don't have to do it. It's creating a really great email. And here's the time where I'm like, I'm writing emails. Huh. I'm following up with my website visitors. Give me a minute. All right, so here I have essence of pure indulgence awaits you. There's a beautiful picture. Here's hello, welcome to Cup of Cocoa, the premier provider of hot chocolate in South Jersey, crafted with the utmost dedication and procured from finest producers across the globe. Blah, wow, what an amazing email. Woo! And then it has a beautiful subject line, and I'm just gonna go, wonderful, great, thank you, save and exit. But if I want to continue to add emails, right? I said we would do a 3-day email campaign. I'm going to add a new email, and I'm going to continue with my campaign objective. So something as simple as, well, I don't know, 10% off this week only. Okay. And here I can connect a website if I'd like. One of my websites, I'll show you what that does. And I'm going to build my AI email. So I'm going to build the second one in this series of emails. And now, of course, I get to tell everybody I'm exhausted. Please. I'm writing all of the content. And of course, we get to be brilliant. So now, right, we have delight in the extra indulgence with our special offer. This week only, I want this to send, right, maybe like 2 days later. And I have great copy, right? And then I have a button that goes right on over to my website. So I can save and exit, and I can add another email, right? I'm just going to say 10% off ends today. I'm going to connect to my website, build my AI email. And building emails has never been easier, right? Everybody knows this, because if you've ever struggled to write an email before, you are right now feeling the relief of, whoo, I hope I never have to write an email, right, from scratch ever again, because it is the worst. So it's going to create a great email for me, right? I have a great headline, I have a great image, I have great text, I have a great button here with an amazing 10% discount soon coming to an end. Today is the last day to savor our extraordinary hot chocolate. So it'll stick to the plan, my campaign plan. And of course, in my subject line, last chance, 10% discount and a cup of cocoa delights ends today. And I'll just change this to maybe like, I don't know, 4 days. And I can save and exit. Okay, so now in the short amount of time that we hung out together, what we were able to do was create a business profile. We're able to create a website. We're able to create a 3-day email campaign, which is awesome. So, okay, Lori, hopefully you saw it that time. And we did it in like, I don't even know, 10 minutes. So that's pretty much a record for creating a campaign. Now's the time, though, you want to get in line. You can raise your hands just like Harley and Dr. Brian did, because you can ask any question that you'd like. Before you do, I'd love to ask one of my own. If you drink hot chocolate with or without marshmallows? A serious question, with or without? You can put with or without. Here, with fluff. Oh my. Dr. Brian's without. Without, with, they get in the way. Oh my. I like whipped cream too, Rhonda. I like whipped cream too, Jackie. I'm with you. Awesome. All right, you guys can continue to raise your hands, and we're going to go through and answer all the questions. We're going to be really respectful and cheer everybody on who asks a question, okay? We're going to start with Harley. Harley, nice to see you again. I missed you on our How To Tuesday. Love seeing your face. Happy to answer any question you have.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. This time I have a full-time job during the day, so I kind of missed this time, but I snuck away. Can you review, I know you went over it before, but I got stuck on the steps on when you go into social media, how to create a blog post. So with a picture and then the content. I got lost in trying to get the content with the picture. If you could go, how to create the post.
Okay, so here inside of the social media section, which I'm sure you all know will be quite different if you are a Now AI person, but here, right, do you want an image or content or post, or you can add new and use your own article or video? It's up to you. How do you usually do it?
Oh, okay. I would usually pick out an image, a plain image, and then I would post the content underneath that, and then I would post it, but I got stuck.
Okay, so let's say we're going to choose this image as an example. Okay. It's come. Okay. So now you would add, well, post data. Okay, post description, something like, well, I should say, hello, how are you? And then here in the website URL, right, you're going to choose the website that you want to add it to. Got it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Post. And see where it says, would you like to add this content to your website's blog? Hit yes, your blog is done. Awesome. And then you can post on social media. Okay. Where people make the mistake here, or tend to make the mistake, is in the post data and not choosing the website. Then in the website section where it says websites, I'm going to say don't save whatever. And then we're going to go to Cup of Cocoa here in the blog. See it? Okay. And what you want to do is, if you want the blog section of your website to appear, you're going to click on the 3 dots and click on show. Okay. So now when I save and I preview this website, here, I need to show this section too. Save. So make sure you show the 2 tabs: preview, home, blog.
Oh, okay. Okay. So if you wanted to add like a, 1,000 words or whatever under that picture to make it a complete blog,
Yeah.
how would you the part I got stuck on was the part where you add the content under the picture. Like that didn't show up. I missed that part.
So it's in post data.
Oh, that post data.
That's where you need to add, in post data, that's where you want to add anything. See where mine says, hello, how are you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I added the post data.
Oh,
Data.
okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. Oh, and then what was the links that you always tell us to go back to so we can rewatch these recordings? I didn't write it down.
So we're live right now in the official corporate Nowsite group. Let me show you real quick, because I think it's easier if I show you. Okay.
I know I missed some time. Sorry.
That's it. No, that's okay. That's a good question. Here. Hold on. It's coming, I promise. So this is our official corporate Nowsite group. Everybody see it? So if you're on desktop, what I like to do, right, is you can scroll for days. You can see us live right here. Hello, everybody. Right? Hi, Chris Miller. Here you can go to this section and you could search How to Tuesday.
Perfect. Then
when you do, right, you'll see the live, you'll see all my posts, you'll see all of the previous How to Tuesdays. And I usually do How to Tuesday, Olgi State, Olgi, whatever. Olgi State. Okay.
Perfect.
So that's
Thank
how
you so much.
I'm gonna go out through there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be outside.
Okay.
They're taking me through the living room.
Oh, okay.
Carly, you good?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Thanks, Cheryl.
Okay.
I
Great.
appreciate it.
Awesome. All right. Give it up for Harley here. Always does a fantastic job. Thank you, Harley. Dr. Brian, hi.
So, hi, right before I ask my key question, going back to Harley's, can you show where would I add my own video link to that blog?
Yeah. So you can add your own video link in the social media section. Click on social media. And then click on add new. And here's where you can use your own article or video.
But how do I connect it to the blog you just created?
So if you want to add a link outside, let's say you're using an image, right? And have it say funny, we'll select this one. I thought you wanted the video itself to be the blog, but if you're adding just to like an image, then it's still in the post data. You can add any link or anything that you want in this section.
Got it. Okay, perfect. So now, thank you for that. So
Sure.
I'm using AI and building my new website, and I'm doing some special events like a LinkedIn Live, and I'm speaking at a conference. How do I create a landing page to just specifically for this event, go here, sign up for coaching or my newsletter? Is it creating a web page, or is it a special section for landing page?
So you can create a website or a landing page or sales funnel, right? It's completely up to you on the layout. I always tell people, once you have a business profile, and if you're unsure of the layout, choose to do all three. It takes a minute, right? Just try one, do the next one, do the next one, choose which one you like. But you would start with your business profile. And in your business profile, you would center it around that event specifically. Now, Dr. Brian, if you don't mind my asking, are you an unlimited customer?
I believe I am, yes.
Okay, so it's up to you, and you can take my advice or toss it. But when I have something really specific, right, or and I have a bit of time, when is your event, Dr. Brian?
The LinkedIn Live will be in 2 weeks, and the conference is September 16th.
Okay, awesome. So we have a bit to build that website. Here, hold on, let's stop sharing because that's just too much. My whole entire desktop, that's just a mess. Okay, here we go.
It's good to be the VP.
Here, right, inside each one of these sections, I'm going to go here, business profile, contacts, marketing. Under the marketing section, see where it says marketing services? Dr.
Yes. No, I'm watching.
So see where it says marketing services? I don't know why I whispered. But we'll build your website. So if you said to yourself, I want a landing page that looks like this, and I want it to be around this event, and I want it to be a little bit more specialized or whatever it is that you want because you have a goal that you have set, for sure, go ahead, use the business profile, build yourself an instant AI website, but you also have access to a ton of marketing experts who are just waiting on the other side to build your website. This comes at no additional cost if you're an unlimited customer. Click to get started. Fill in as much information as you possibly can, and understand that there is a human being on the other side of this. It's actual human, right? Who is reading it, and they're going to read word for word exactly what you like. And it takes them about 2 to 3 business days to return and create a website for you. And depending on, how great and how particular you want to be with it, I'm just saying, and if I had your case, I would probably ask them to do it for me.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Then I'll create a marketing campaign leading up to that.
They'll create emails for you.
Here.
Yep. They'll connect emails to it for you. They'll do it all if you want them to. Oh, is he breaking up or am I? I can't tell. Wait, me or him? I can't tell who's breaking up. Is it me?
It's him.
No, it's him. It's him.
Dr. Brian, we're nervous with you.
So my question was, once they create it, where does it end up? Where do I look for it? Is it under websites?
In your website section, it'll be there. They'll send you an email. You can even ask for updates or whatever in this little bluish button down here. Okay, that's where you can send us a message. But you can basically ask them to do the entire campaign for you, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Dr. Brian.
Pleasure.
Janet, what's happening? Oh, give it up for Brian here in the chat. I think we all learned something, right? If you have a task that's a little bit like, woo, I don't want to take this on. Go ahead and just ask the people in marketing services, especially if you're an unlimited customer. I love that lesson. You can, just ask them to do it and they will do it. Okay. Janet, sorry.
No worries. I do a daily quote
Uh-huh.
and I moved that whatever I was doing to Nowsite. So what happened is I couldn't figure out if it was just an email or if it was a newsletter. So I made it an email and I put the quote in. When it came to the day, I said immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out fine. The next day, I'm like, well, I do like 31 emails a month with a quote. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to copy what I did yesterday. So I copied it because it has, the thing on the top. And I just put in a new quote. And I put down, 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened is that the original one got done
Mm-hmm.
along with the new one. So they got like 2 emails.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that didn't work. So I got rid of all of them, put in another one, and I timed it. So 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they received all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, obviously I'm doing something wrong with timing. So I noticed that you just put in day 1, day 2, day 3. Is that the best way to do it?
I do it by day. Yes.
Okay.
From your first day. So 1 day from the first day, 2 days from the first day, 2 days from immediately, 5 days from immediately, 10 days. Let me show you a previous campaign because I think
Okay.
it's easier to understand that way, or maybe it is just for me. But let me share. Campaign. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong section. Don't look at my face. I'm going to get super duper close. I know I have glasses on, but sometimes I still can't see. It's just my life. You guys will be fine. Demo, real estate here. That's a different one. Okay, here. All right,
Okay.
here we go. This is a good example. All right. Recently, I had created a email series for people who earned contact mapping users. I don't know if you remember that, it was a while back. Anyway, you can see, right? Here's immediately, here's 3 days, 7 days, 12 days, 17 days. The 17 days is from this first email. Okay, so I would go by days, definitely not by hours.
Okay.
And understand that it happens from, right, the immediate email.
Okay.
And that'll help with your timing.
Okay. And what's the difference between an email and a newsletter? Do I need to have the nerds build me a newsletter and then I can just put in the quotes?
I love this question. So a campaign is basically like this, right? So it's, hey, I opted in, or I had somebody opt in and I already know these 5 days of things that I want to say, right? But have you ever had a whim?
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, oh, I just want to send this one thing out. And sometimes, right, there's like a monthly newsletter, or sometimes you get excited about something and you're like, hey, I found a really great quote today, right? So what you would do is that's more of a newsletter, right? That's
Okay.
like just this one-time immediate email that goes out. I'll share with you a bit of a shortcut and what I think is easier to understand besides the I don't know, following the schedule itself. See this little bottom section here? Let's say I had maybe 1 email in here, or 2 or 10. What I can do is I can select a list at any time, and when I click send, the whole campaign just starts over again for all those people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is really, I think most important for you who's sending out like maybe a daily quote or something like that, right? You can always add to that list. This is more useful for somebody like Janet. Yeah, add to that list or create one email, right? And then add the list and be like, send, here it goes to everybody, even if it's just a one-off.
What if you want people to opt in to your newsletter? Give you an example. Somebody loved the quote and they sent it to their friend, and their friend's like, oh, I want that.
Yeah, I love that. And it's great. I would have, if you have that suggestion coming up, right, then always have a link to a website or something like that where somebody can then go and opt in and become a part of that list.
Okay.
Good questions, Janet.
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Fantastic. Wonderful questions. They were amazing. Thank you. Give it up for Janet here in the chat. Way to go, Janet. Mark, you're up. Hi, Mark. Me ask to unmute Mark. Mark?
Can you now?
Hey.
There we go. And you're Cheryl, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Excellent. Thank you. I hope I can get 2 questions in.
Okay.
I just started with Nowsite. I haven't actually used it yet, except to build a web page with a button that goes to a site, you know, little landing page. So what I want to do is, let's say I use AI and I tell AI I want 200 leads with the following, you know, in like multi-level marketing, and I want them all to have a Gmail address. And so my goal is going to be to send these 200 an initial email, says, hey, check this out, and a link, go to my site kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I, first of all, ask AI that they have to have a Gmail address?
Well, I don't know how you can ask AI for 200 leads automatically anyway.
Oh, you can't?
No.
I thought you could.
No. You can one by one use the prospecting tool.
Ah, that's what it does. So it does them one at a time?
Yes.
Okay, now let's say I use that and I find one and I want to put that on a like a prospect list or something. Can I do that?
Yeah. So let me show you this, and how do I say? Let's say we wanted to gather prospects for something specific that had a certain criteria, and this is quite the workaround, but if you stick with me, Mark, I promise you it's going to work out. Okay. So if you are an advanced marketer, this is a time where you can perk up and you go, okay, I'm ready. Right.
Okay.
This may be like your first day, not you, Mark, specifically, but to all the viewers, this is like your first day and you're like, what is a business profile? I'm just chilling out. You might want to earmuff this part. Okay. Right. Here we go. So I'm going to share my screen, and our goal, right, is to create a list of contacts that meet a specific criteria. And of that list of contacts, at anyone given, at any point in time, I want to send them an email, maybe an email offering them the opportunity to opt in or buy a product. What I would do here, Mark, is I'm going to start at the marketing section, or I'm going to start in the contact section, excuse me, sorry, contact section, and I'm going to go to my lists. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to be really, really patient. I don't know why I have none, but here, I'm going to create a new list. See this at the top? And I'm going to name the list Mark. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just naming it Mark because for obvious reasons, right?
All right.
So I'm going to wait for it to create a list called Mark. Great. There's nobody in the list. We're all, oh my, whatever shall we do? Okay. So now, right, in the contact section, I want to go to my prospects. And here, right, I'm going to do United States, and I'm just going to do network marketing. Okay. Yep. Now you can add whatever you want, Mark. I'm just in the interest of saving time. And my preferred contact method is email. Changing it here. I know you said Gmail, but I don't have that option, but I'm going to share with you what you can do. Okay. Remember, we got to stick with the cocoa.
Sure. I'm with you so far.
All right. So now I'm trying to find my list called Mark. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be really patient. It is in here, I promise. It's the problem is not Mark. The problem is not the system. The problem is that I just decide to create 9,382 things every single day. So here's my list
Is that
called.
for the window or it's on a like a
Okay. Mark, you still with me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to add prospects to the contact list that I created called Mark. So I'm going to get a prospect. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Here's RJ, blah, blah, blah. This is probably a Gmail account, but also is, right? He's an independent rep, Organogold. I say, that's fantastic. Good for you. I'm going to go get another one.
Okay.
Right. And I say, oh, hi, Justin. That's fantastic. Good for you. And then I'm going to go get another one. I'm going to say, oh, hi, Jerry. That's fantastic. Good for you. What I want to do is I want to go back here. Okay. Right. To my contact section. And I want to go back to my lists. And I want to be patient. Okay. Now I'm going to look for Mark, and everybody notices now that my total contacts in my Mark list are 3.
Oh,
Now-
it automatically put them in that list when they popped up.
Every time I click, they were just going into the list because I added that little tiny section, right?
Cool.
So if I go, I don't want this AOL one, I'm going to remove, I'm going to remove this guy from the list.
Okay.
Great. Now, my whole purpose was in order to create this list, then I was going to create an email. So now I create an email, right? And, right, you can decide however, you can build it yourself. You can have the AI build an email. I'm just going to name it anything, okay? Just so that you can see it. It's going to create an email. But you're still following along here, Mark, right? So now we're going to create this email that accomplishes the goal that Mark wants, which is, are you either going to opt in, you can buy something, you could do whatever you want to do, completely up to my friend Mark here. It'll craft it, it goes out immediately. And here what I'm going to do is save and exit. I'm satisfied, you check all the things. Now what I do is I'm going to select my list called Mark. I'm going to add it. And then whenever I'm ready to send that email, guess what I'm going to do?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to click to send it. Okay. And then this was set to go out immediately, right?
Right.
So what happens here, right, is I'm not connecting a list specifically up at the top. My goal was to send to a list, right? It
Right.
wasn't to, right, add people to the list. It was to send to it. Okay, so what I did now was I now sent the email to all of the people that are in that specific list.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay, so Mark?
One more part, real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say I send out my invitation to these people.
Yeah.
They reply.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take that person and now move them from the invitation list to the from the prospect list to the lead list? Now they're an actual lead, and send them another series of emails.
I would, right? Because basically what you're doing right now, Mark, is you're deciding, okay, I want to segment the list. Okay.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of segmenting a list, but you have to understand lists long enough. So here's what I would say. I don't save whatever. I don't really care about that. But here, okay, is I'm going to go back into my lists. All right. And what I'm going to do from my list is, and by the way, right, because I was trying to hang out with my friend Mark and I was so excited to send it, right, I sent it to all of those people.
Okay.
Whoop. It'll end up in your sent email folder, okay? Whatever, they're gonna have to experience a warm cup of hot cocoa. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to create a list, and basically this is my subset list, or you know, what do you call, like a segmented list, right? So I'm going to call this Mark opt-in. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now when I know, right, a little bit of manual work here, but now when I know if someone, okay, opts in, or they reply, or they're like, yo, I'm interested. I'm going to go back into my list and I'm going to go and explore my mark list and my mark contacts. Okay. Well, I talk obviously faster than the thing is, right? I'm going to find the contact that I want. Okay. And here under lists, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So see how it has contact lists mark? I'm going to edit my list. I'm going to take you and I'm going to put you in the mark opt-in list. Okay. So now you would be brought over to a different list that has a whole different purpose.
Should I take them out of the first list?
Your first list is probably one email or so, and you probably have to duplicate that list or create multiple. Well, I probably wouldn't take them out of the first list.
Okay,
That way I can see my conversion into my opt-in list, because the first list only really has one purpose, right? It's one email that's attached to that list. And what I want to do, what I would want to do, not what you would want to do. What I would want to do is I would want to keep both lists. And the reason I would is I would be like, okay, there's 150 people in my mark list. There's 30 people in my mark opt-in list. What's my conversion rate of my email?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So that's what I would do personally. Okay.
You are awesome. Thank you much.
Thank you, Mark. Great questions. Everybody give a shout out here to Mark. The next question, Apex. I know we're not having a how-to Tuesday without a question from you. What's happening?
Well. We get to do this once again.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my first question. A few months ago, you were saying how they were going to work on having the AI only create a 300-character scenario for LinkedIn. And how is that coming along?
I don't know. That's more of a support question than a Cheryl Coco How to Tuesday question. I'm more of the how do you do something? I would be happy to answer.
Okay, so my second question is this: how to? What I've noticed lately is when I launch get the prospects, and then looking through like their interest, it doesn't necessarily line up with what I asked to go find, and then I find myself just flicking through more and more people. So is there a way I can fine tune that to get a better response from the AI when I go find?
Every time you add more and more, you're basically saying or instead of and in your interests, interest categories or subcategories. So if you want it to have a specific interest, just add one.
Okay.
And then you're only going to pull up people with that specific interest.
All right, great. And see, that was easy.
Awesome. Thank you. Nice to see you.
And you too.
All right. Michelle, you're up.
Hey, Cheryl. This might be more of a support question now that you brought that up, but it's driving me crazy. So my websites, I've got them. I bought the domains at Namecheap, and I followed your video to connect them, with Nowsite.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I type in www.domain.com, it gets an error or no privacy thing.
Try it without the www.
Yeah, that works fine. Everything else works totally fine. So that's what I was wondering. Should I just stop looking because it doesn't work with www?
Right. Yeah. www is like
Ancient history. Some people still use it, but
yeah.
So okay. And then that's pretty much it, except for the virtual business card. What's the purpose of that?
That's a good question. Kind of getting an overhaul in Now AI, although I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but hey. The digital business card is great because it's kind of a shortened bit of information just about yourself and your, maybe personal brand. So you have an image, you have certain ways that people can contact you, but also if you send the digital business card, there's a place, I think it's called V something. V something, it's escaping me. But when they click add to contacts, it'll go right into the you will go right into the contact section of that person's phone.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I've set it all up. I was just wondering what you would use it for, so.
That's kind of like, like a digital business card, right? Like, hey, I wanted you to add me to my phone, or I wanted you to add me to your phone really quick. Click. That's it.
Okay, perfect. That was it. That's it for today. Thank you.
Michelle, fantastic. Give it up for Michelle. Give it up for the Apex. Great job. Thank you. Appreciate you. Awesome. Team. Does this have to do with schnitzel or?
Okay. All right. I just have a promo question.
Oh, go ahead.
And I just want to make sure I got it right because I'm about to sign somebody up. So it's right now up until the 10th. It's $49.50, half off unlimited and Now AI, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then does that include the AI Power Pack as well?
No. So basically the person gets the unlimited plan plus Now AI is included in that for $49.50. It does not include the Power Pack. It will be an optional upgrade during the checkout process though.
And that's still $38.
You got it.
All right, cool. I'm good. That's it.
Look at us. Survive. Whole vibe.
That's simple. That's simple.
Awesome. Thank you. We're gonna end it at the Blakester. Okay. So Breezy, what's happening? Nice to see you. Hi.
Thank you, ma'am, for taking my question. It seems to be very simple. I was watching the email instructions that you gave like 2 or 3 callers back. So as far as sending those emails out, you simply go to lists and then you select the list that you want and then scroll through there and then select the website that you want and then hit send and then that's it.
You mean if you want to send an immediate email to a list?
Well, now I've got 5 emails. Okay, so starting out, today and then skip 3 days and skip, all right. So on the left hand column, at the bottom, where it says send a list. So I just click in that thin box, and when I click in the thin box, all of the websites I have opens up.
Right. Well, they're not they're considered lists.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just getting technical here, but I know what you meant. You're doing great.
So all the lists open up, and I just scroll up to the one that I want and highlight it, and then come back down and do I hit add or do I hit send once it's
add? Because you can add more than one. Did you know? Like you can add more than one list. So hit add until you're cool.
Okay.
Right. And then when you're ready, then hit send.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Good deal.
It's a good question, right? Because I could be like, okay, let me add this list and this list and this list and this, and then send. Right.
Gotcha.
Good question.
Thank you so much. Okay. And then at the end, that's where you hit save and then save and exit.
That's it.
Gotcha.
Right? And then you do one of these.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much.
Great question. I love that. Right? Because you can add more than one. Heem, are you raising your hand again?
Yes, I got one more question. Let the Blakester go.
No, I got Jennifer, Denise, Blakester. Heem, you better be quick. I said no more questions.
It just what's all in the Power Pack again? Or where's the thing where I can see what's all in the Power Pack?
AIPowerPack.now.site. It's also in the comment section.
Shut up. All right. AI Power Pack. All right. Bye.
I love you, Heem. All right. Jennifer.
Hey, Cheryl. How are you?
Hey, love.
I've been traveling, so I didn't make it to Vegas. I'm so sorry because I really wanted to see you.
I wanted to see you too.
But anyway, next time I'll definitely be there as long as I'm not traveling. Okay, so my question is, I got a lot of those people from the other company there. I don't know, contact mapping.
Yeah.
And because I've been traveling, I wasn't keeping up with this as much as I wanted to be. Like I was checking in and trying to keep with it. but I saw them all. I didn't realize, that they all showed up in my,
Yeah.
contact. So I'm like, oh my God, what do I do with them? So Cheryl, what do I do with them? I mean, I know that I have to like reach out to each one of them, but I didn't even really know where to start. Like, what should I say? How should I start? It's all like,
Jennifer, that contact, I wrote a whole email campaign that you can send to them.
you did?
Yeah, and it should be in your account.
Okay.
So if you tell me the email address of your account, I'll be happy to help.
Okay. It's biohackmasters@gmail.com.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yep. All righty. So here, I'm just going to show inside of your account like I own it. Here you go. Okay. So there's your entire, I wrote it. It's in your account. You're ready to go. You need to connect an email account to connect your email address in here.
Okay.
And then you're ready to go.
All right.
So now you don't have to think of anything and say you got it.
Thank you so much, because I'm like, oh my God, look at all these people. That's where they are.
What a relief.
Very cool. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thanks. Denise. Thank you, Jennifer. Give Jennifer a thank you here in the chat. Yes, Denise.
So someone asked me this and I really didn't know how to answer it. So I'm like, I'm just going to go have a cup of cocoa on Tuesday and ask you.
For sure.
So if someone wants to know, well, why should I have a website, a sales funnel, and a landing page? Like, when do I use them all, or which one would be the best one to use?
It's great. And I love this question. So I share this quite frequently, and I tell people, please build every single one of them. It takes you no time. Okay. So what does it take you? Like 30 seconds to build one? You click it, ta-da, it's done. Ta-da, the next one, ta-da. So what you should do is look at each one. And, you should be like, oh, wow, this website's beautiful. This sales funnel does exactly what I needed to do. Or this landing page is incredible. And then when you're talking to the person, you should decide which one you want to send. There is not a one size fits all, right? Because if you asked me, I'm never sending anything except a sales funnel. I'm not letting you do anything until you opt in. However, that is not everyone's cup of tea, and that is not what everyone will be comfortable with at all. But if I told you to do that, then you would just not do anything. And not doing anything never worked for anybody. So I found that the best advice that I can give everybody is look at the three. Decide which one that you love and you're the most comfortable with. And then I encourage you to share that one. And the reason is because if you're confident, guess what happens? Whoa, you're like, this is great. I can do this, right? And you feel more, and confidence kind of bleeds through to the next person, right? If you're like, check out this page, I have no idea what it does. Here, like the tone is there. So yeah, that's what I would do.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Great question, Denise. Blakester, what's happening? Give it up for Denise here in the chat. I'm sure lots of people had that wonderful question too. You're talking to nobody there, Blakester. I mean, you're talking, but we can't hear you. Blakester, while the techie over there has probably got 3,872 wires. There you go. Yeah, he's like, connect to the cords back there. He became an electrician in like seconds. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So first off, I bet you can't wait for Coco AI. You can send him there.
Mm-hmm. That's where I'm sending him, right?
That was perfect timing. Couldn't help it, brother. I had to throw that out there. Hey, I want to confirm something on the email opens since we're on that topic, and it's perfect. So I already had a few lists. I had 3 lists that I created a go-to like to talk about the Now AI thing. Mm-hmm. And it says sent 473, opens 683, Am I to presume that 473 got sent out and somehow people opened up that email twice? Is that accurate?
I would assume that's probably somebody that's continually opening it, or it's yourself that's probably viewing it and checking things out over and over again. But in order to like kind of really get into it, I would probably ask support, you know, if there's something happening in your account or why your number is reading that way.
Well, I like the numbers. They look
Me
great.
too. I mean, come on.
I got clicks, 0 bounce, and 0 unsubscribes.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that those lists have already been scrubbed, so they shouldn't be bouncing anyway. So you think I should ask support about that?
Yeah, I would. Like if you want some clarification on it specifically from your account, then yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, is it you opening your own email and admiring?
No,
like,
it wouldn't be that. Although I like to check my own emails. But no.
Everybody does.
Not that many times.
Right. 400 times is a little excessive.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Blake, sir. Nice to see you. Give it up for Blakester here in the chat.
Yes.
If you haven't noticed, seriously, like I've known Raheem live for years, so you know I like to bother him as much as I can. Go ahead, Heem.
Oh, I don't got a question. I didn't lower my hand.
Unbelievable.
No, you answered all my questions. You did great job today.
Thank you. Right, I'm done with this guy. I'm putting him in the waiting room. Look, I'm gonna end here. Look, I promised to end it at Blakester. Heem, go ahead. Quickly. Go ahead. Hit me with it.
All right, I have a very specific target I'm looking for. I already created an email for it. Can I send the nerds the email that I definitely want them to put on here so I could create the campaign for it?
You want it to put on where? What? Okay. What do you need the nerd? Why are you sending it to the nerds?
Because I want them to add the email, the way the email is written out. I want them to add that inside of a campaign.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Apex. Nice to see you. All right. If this is your very first time at How To Tuesday, I hope you all enjoyed it. What always happens at How To Tuesday is I give you the update, right? I take you on a short walkthrough, and then you are more than welcome to ask any question that you might have or follow along with the questions. Next time we do this, if you never asked a question before, I hope that you come on out and ask one and that you feel encouraged to ask it. There is no question, right? If it's even the most basic question to the most advanced question, I promise you, I will do my best to answer all of your questions, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can come and find me next time on Thursday for our Now AI beta launch with founder and CEO Justin Bellababa. I'll be the one that's all excitable and like blah spazzy probably on that webinar. But you can come see us all. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much. This, if you don't already know, this is my absolute favorite thing. I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. I think you guys ask amazing questions, and it kind of gets me like all thinking of all the possibilities Nowsite can do for you all. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thanks, Jen. See ya. Bye, everybody.